We're gonna move on. We talked about how the cars look. Now we're gonna talk about how the cars look.
How
We're
the
gonna
car? We
go.
talked about how the cars look. Now we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about how the cars look.
So, I mean, where do we start? Like, what is Do we start at the bottom? Do we start at the top? Do you have any like
Let's
surefire
just
winners, or do
let's
you?
just go through the cars. Just name off the cars in order,
All right.
and then we'll just. I'll
You're
let you.
gonna
I
have
want
to
to hear
help
your
me.
opinion
You're
first,
gonna
and
have to
then
help me
yours.
with some of these names. This first one on the top
That
row
looks like
is that
that looks like a
Alpine?
Williams. That looks like a Williams.
So Williams. I wish I could. How do I zoom in?
You can always just pull up another picture of the Williams.
Yeah, let's do that right now. I spelled that all wrong. Ooh, 20. I. Oh yeah, here we go. Is this it right here?
No, it's not. Oddly enough.
I was gonna say that is.
Do Williams F1. That'll probably help because Williams has like 8 different.
Oh, okay. This is it. It's one of these.
They have the Duracell thing.
So maybe that's not Williams. Maybe that's a different team. What
No, that's definitely
No,
Williams.
right? Is Williams not a team anymore? It says
No,
Williams.
they definitely are.
It definitely says Williams.
Yeah.
And it's
that's
a
so
blue
strange.
car.
Okay, let's just restart the segment. I don't know how it's not on there.
On the Google, right? Maybe let me go to Google.
Oh,
Maybe-
you're using Bing. What's
Maybe
wrong with
Bing
you?
is fucking backwards. Okay. This seems more accurate.
That looks like it immediately. That
Okay,
okay, yeah, there we
much
go.
better, much better.
Okay, so let's start from here.
I don't know, man. First impressions. This goes kind of
Okay.
hard.
I love the blue
Me too.
personally. And what I love if you can get so they're sponsored by Duracell. Look at the little air inlet at the top.
Oh.
That is awesome. That looks so good.
So-
I love that.
After seeing a couple of these pictures, I think we need to. I think it's S. I think it's
I
S tier.
I
I
think
don't
it's
know.
still A tier, just because.
We can go back and change these after we start thinking
Yeah.
about some of the other ones, but the
It's
battery.
only because I know the other liveries that I know that. the
So
other
we'll
there are
keep
better
that
ones.
we'll keep that high A. We'll keep that
Okay.
high A. What's this next one? Is this
McLaren.
McLaren?
That is
All right.
the McLaren.
Let's look up a couple more.
I already know the McLaren pretty well. I would say, unfortunately, it's just like their car. It's B tier. It looks okay. You know,
I like the
don't mind
colors
it.
on it. I like the color scheme.
I love the McLaren color scheme. It's just a boring. It's a boring car this year.
I don't know. I mean, some of the cars are like just all black though, and that's
Yeah.
kind of boring too. Like just looking at these ones like Haas is just black and white with a little red, and then
Yeah.
outside of the Ferrari, which is typically all red, there's this other team that's black and red.
Alfa Romeo. See, I love Alfa Romeo's car. They've
I-
been
don't know.
like white and red for a long time. And just when we get to that, yeah, that car looks
I
amazing.
wanna put McLaren in A tier just because it just stands out a little more. Like
We
it's
can
a
put it.
different
We
color
can put it at
scheme.
A tier. We can. That's okay. I
We
just
can move
personally
it-
think it's below Williams. I think.
Definitely. We'll
For
move
sure.
it back. If there's another one that's like higher A tier, like we're going so closest to the list here on the left, it's like the highest of A, right?
Yeah,
So we can
yeah,
shift
yeah.
their order and go from there. This next one, I know this one. This is Alpine.
Yes.
Okay.
So see, Alpine's starting with 2 different liveries. You'll probably see the other one, the pink one.
Uh-huh.
They're doing that for 3 races, and the rest will be the blue.
Is that breast cancer awareness?
No.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just the other color for BWT. That's all
Okay.
it is.
Well,
We actually
I would have
we
given
have
them points for
BWT
that.
at
But
work. We have
I
BWT
was
at work.
I was just telling Lily about that. I was like,
Yeah.
there's BWT at work. What is that? Better
Yeah.
water treatment?
Yep.
Okay.
So I personally like the colors, and if you zoom in, actually pull up that picture that I know you're
This one?
looking at right now. The back of it is like, it like fades into black. It's got like almost like a hex pattern.
Ooh.
People hated on that. I like the colors of the Alpine.
I
I like the design of it a lot.
don't hate the colors. I think like it's a little blocky.
Yeah.
Like if it started blue up at the nose and kind of like faded into pink. Let me show you an example of something I'm thinking of. But like the Miami Heat had some jerseys that were pretty cool. And I think if it was something along those lines, like something like this.
Oh yeah. The fade.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, but with Miami, they can pull off that Miami,
It's
Miami vibes.
like this
Yeah.
is screaming Miami Vice, but it's not hitting that mark. You know what I mean?
No, here's the thing. Now, what if they pulled something like that for the Miami Grand Prix, where they took those pink and blue and made it into like a Miami Vice style?
I mean, that would be nice.
Right?
That would be nice.
Alpine, if you listen, do something like that for the Miami Grand Prix. That'd be good looking.
What are your first thoughts on the tier here?
See, it's similar to last year, but I like the look of it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's still below the Williams, but above the McLaren.
Okay, so we're going A here, right in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
It's okay. I'm not too worried about it. There we go. Made it work. Is this the Aston Martin, the green one?
I think so.
See, it depends, and it's just if you like Aston Martin, the racing green.
Hang on. I think we got to go back to this list real quick. I think Williams should be S tier. Just thinking about the Alfa Romeo, like, or Alpha whatever, Aston Martin, like
Martin.
I think that's a strong A tier. And I'm just looking, we have all these A tiers, like this has it has a battery on it and the colors are slick.
See, honestly, I want to put McLaren to B tier because I would put them in C tier.
I
think it's disrespectful.
Can we agree to just we're gonna put Williams in A or S.
Okay.
I'll put McLaren in B.
Okay, that's fine.
Fair?
I'm good with that.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
All right, so let's restart here.
Now it's really down if you like this green. So I love the color of the Aston Martin.
I like the green too. Just also a little selfishly, JMU, our car would be green. This would be the closest representation of it here on the real track.
It looks good. It's kind of bare bones, but like it's a good looking car.
It's slick. I don't know why, like the green with like the black up here on the wings, like it.
The yellow.
It's got a
flows.
bunch of sponsorships on it, which is kind of annoying. But if you can look past that, I like the color. You're right, it flows.
I think it's sleek. I don't know what it is.
It looks fast.
It just looks good.
It looks fast.
It looks good. I would put that as my next A tier car. I think. I don't think it's S tier, but I think it definitely deserved.
I think switching up the different tiers here kind of gives us a better baseline. Do you think it's above the
McLaren?
No, it's definitely the Alpine.
I
like it better than the Alpine personally.
I do too. So do I.
Okay. One of the more feared cars in the track. Yeah.
This is
We talked about the Mercedes car the other day. A little bit about it.
People are going nuts over this car.
In good, bad?
Good. People love the look of this car. People say it is intimidating.
Ooh.
It is intimidating.
It's just, I never even noticed they have like the little.
Go click the first one. I think that looks a little different. That's what it looks like, yeah. So that next one.
Okay,
that's what it looks like.
Okay.
So people say it's an intimidating looking car. The color scheme they're going with is very striking. The colors the numbers themselves are gonna really stick out, and it does look good.
I like that they added this little thing on the wheel well here too to kind of match the numbers. That's nice.
Yeah. The only problem I'm having is that a lot of the teams are going with black color schemes this year, and I get it. Mercedes did it first, but a lot of the cars are looking.
Like you definitely lose points in my book for being just bland.
Yeah,
I mean,
but people people love it.
There has to be
before, but
there has to be like a best of the black, right? If they're all going with black color schemes, like we're gonna have to figure out which one is the best of them all. So just looking like the Haas one, it looks like it's mostly black. The Red Bull one looks like it's mostly black.
Well, that's blue.
Blue, okay,
Red
it's like a dark blue.
Yeah.
I think for me, I would put the Mercedes A tier, and as we have it. Or top of B for me, yeah. I was gonna say bottom of A too.
I'd gladly say bottom of A because the car does look great. if it was any other year of the season.
Yeah, and I mentioned this the other day. There's kind of something like Mercedes has been like the big bad team of
Hmm.
Formula One like until like the last couple of years. So there's kind of something about like just the menacingness of the all black with like the menacingness of this team being like this the gold standard for the last couple of years. You know?
Yeah, they had the silver. They were originally the silver arrows, and they were silver last year. And I love the look of the silver arrow.
Mm-hmm.
I love the look of a silver Mercedes.
Yeah.
So the fact they went back to black, like I know why they did it. The carbon fiber is exposed, and it's easier to keep the car cool
Yeah.
when it's not painted. But it just looks boring this year.
Yeah. So is this next one? This is the Red Bull team, right? The other Red Bull, the mini Red
AlphaTauri.
AlphaTauri.
Yes.
I saw pictures of this one.
Yeah, their new sponsor is Orlean, who was with um, what is it called? Alfa Romeo before. So now they have this like striking red color
Let me show you one
against their
aspect of this
white and
car.
black.
When I was thinking about the tier list,
Yeah,
this name on the wings here,
looks gross.
that I think that goes hard. I think that kind of goes hard.
See, okay, we're gonna have a controversial opinion about this because the 90% of people I think this is an ugly car. I think this looks badass.
I mean, it definitely looks like it being that it's Red Bull's sister team, it kind of does look like the discount version of the Red Bull car. A little bit to me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't know. I just like the name. I just think that's like I imagine like they don't have rear view. They do have mirrors, right?
They have side mirrors, yeah.
I just kind of think like you're coming up on somebody's ass and you could see who it is. Like that's
It
like
looks good.
letting people know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I kind of
no,
like that.
especially from that front angle. A lot of people hate on it. Even the side angle, people hated on it, but I think that looks.
No,
I
the
mean,
color's
wheel
nice.
wells- The wheel wells look like they're like blades.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it
like
looks
right
crazy.
around here.
It
Yeah,
looks
I like
crazy.
that. It's also it's probably the lightest car on the track too in terms of just like it's got a lot of
Colors.
white on it.
Yeah.
Like this Haas one looks like it's got some white on it, but that's like kind of light on the top. Like this AlphaTauri looks like it's going to stand out.
It seems the most painted car.
Yeah.
Like they didn't. Yeah.
Is this new? That's old. It's got to be old, right? This can't be real.
One, yeah. The concept looks like. But no, yeah, that people aren't going to agree, but I think that's top of A tier. Honestly,
Top
I
of
think
A.
it goes hard.
Yeah.
I think it
I
goes
personally would put it above the BMI.
BWT.
BWT, yeah. I don't know why I said
I
body
love-
mass
I love that
index.
you would-
So something like
Do
something
you
like
think the
this.
Aston looks better?
Yeah,
I mean, I like the Aston a lot. Yeah.
I can't really argue with that green.
Yeah, it's hard. Okay, so the next one's the Haas.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this in C tier.
Ooh.
When it first came out, I loved it, and the more I look at it, the more boring it gets.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a good-looking car. Like their
This
money, the MoneyGram sponsor looks cool.
I don't know. I think it looks cheap.
I
Like I feel like that's.
agree.
It's like they just I don't know. They just put like a in contrast with like the Williams car, right? Sponsored by Duracell, made it a battery. They found a creative way to like include their sponsorship. This MoneyGram is like they just took the logo and plastered it on the side of the car. It's kind of
That's
like
why
it's
I
not
said
creative
C
at all.
tier. Like there's a lot of black on it. It just looks.
I feel like they could have incorporated this arrow into some aspect of the car and it would have looked badass. Like we might be talking A S tier.
This
But-
looks like discount Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally looks like
Yeah,
discount Alfa Romeo.
there's not a whole lot of creativity here. Like even this spot, you see these little dash marks like that.
Yeah.
I buy that at Walmart and I stick it on my beater. Right?
Literally though.
So
Okay, yeah.
do we
first color in
see?
C tier?
Is C even being nice? Like we'll put it there.
I
But
don't
just
think
the-
any car. I don't know if any car deserves D tier this year because they think they're all looking decent, but that's the lowest one. Yeah.
I don't know. I think if we have anybody else that goes into C,
That
we
might
need to talk
drop it to
about.
D.
We're
We're
yeah.
gonna okay. So on Alfa Romeo, I think we're gonna be very,
Is
very
this the
different.
this one here?
This is Alfa Romeo. I think we're gonna be split on this one.
Pull it
I
up.
think this might be the best looking car on the grid this year.
Ooh. It's high praise.
It looks phenomenal.
This is it?
It looks, especially compared to their car last year,
I like it.
it gives me, I don't know why, it gives me casino vibes.
It does give me casino vibes.
With the stake on the side, like it just
A little bit.
It makes me think of
it's roulette.
Like a cards.
It's roulette.
Like,
Cards. Yeah.
Like the red. It just looks. It looks like it's a gamble, and I love it. I don't know why, but there's something about this car that just looks incredible. I love, especially look at the 2022 livery and compare it to this.
Which one is it?
You'll probably have to type it in again at the top. It's just, I think it's a much different looking car. Like, I think it looks so much better.
Hang on, I did something with full screen here.
Okay. I think compared to the 2022. Yeah, that's the 2022 is the one on the top left. I think this year looks 100 times better.
It's way better.
Like, it's just, you go from that to this, like, what?
Yeah, this is slick. And the balance of the black and red with, like, the red on the wheels, but then also the black kind of at the front part.
See, there's a lot of black on this car, but they have the striking red.
Yeah,
with the white sponsors. Just
like this angle is kind of hard too, because it's just all you see is the red right down the middle and black on the sides.
It looks so good.
All right.
I think this is an S tier car.
S tier though.
I think this goes with the
my negotiations would start somewhere either behind. I don't know. I'm torn between like behind. Yeah, Aston Martin. I could probably be sold on like above Aston Martin, like the highest A tier.
You can say highest A tier then, but I'm sticking to I think this is an S tier car. I think it's. It's a personal opinion.
Are you against moving Aston Martin into the S tier then? Something like that?
I'm not opposed. I think the Aston might be basic looking, but I think they hit their look.
They killed it with the color scheme. Yeah.
It's Aston Racing. It's just, it looks so good.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this with the Alfa Romeo at second S tier, and then they kind of just the border there between S and A's, like our Aston Martin.
This is my favorite part though, because now we move on to what would be considered our two favorite teams. We have what I consider probably your favorite team.
Dude, not even
Ferrari.
Planned that way.
With your favorite team, Ferrari.
I haven't looked at the livery yet. I didn't look at any of these really, just to kind of have like a raw opinion going in.
Because I've seen them all.
But
I think Ferrari looks pretty good.
I am just like, it's red, right? It's always red.
Oh yeah, Ferrari racing red. Like how could you not?
I'm a terrible speller. This is what we're looking at.
It's a little bland, but
it's always bland. It's classic.
It's Ferrari though. Like, I mean, what else are you gonna do?
It's so much like the Yankees, right? Like they just have pinstripes, but the pinstripes are so famous. It's kind of like it's just red.
You got the shell logo.
Yeah.
The Ferrari badge, a little bit of black detailing, and then you got Ferrari red. Like
listen, it's classic.
You can't hate it.
I can't.
Like,
I don't.
It's an A tier.
Don't know if I put it A tier. I don't know if I put it A tier.
Really?
Honestly, God.
Dude, I think it's A tier every day.
As much as I love this team, I just don't think that we can. It's just red. Like I put it above McLaren because of the history, but I can't. Maybe the bottom of A.
You being a Ferrari fan, if that's what you want to say, that's perfectly fine.
Like I think it's borderline. Like if it's B tier, I think you can make the argument that also that the Mercedes is also B tier. Like I'm hesitant to even put Mercedes there now, just thinking about it. But it's just red. It's just red. Like if you take out the history, right? Like what it means to drive the red Ferrari, like this is lazy. Like I feel like they could have done something else with the red.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how. Right. I don't know what you do, but this is just.
You're right.
They just slapped some red on there and said, "Take the track."
Okay, so then we move on to.
The Ray-Ban logo's nice. Where did I see that? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it does look good.
Okay, last but not least, we're looking at the Red Bull.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you give your decision first, then I'll go second.
Yeah, I'm sure you got opinions. Let's see. This kind of plays into the Williams thing. You know, with like the logo up top here kind of being the sponsor, like the bull up top, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Also the name on the wing, I like that with AlphaTauri, and they're doing it here with the Red Bull too. The nose.
So initial impressions.
Is it much different from last year? Is this kind of similar to last year?
Okay, so that's where my problem comes.
I'm just wondering.
It's an instant C tier for me.
Really?
Because look at the 2022 Red Bull. And if you, I mean,
Well, how much are we going to judge if it's not any different, right? Like we need to at least consider that maybe there shouldn't be that bias.
What's the difference?
There's not a whole lot of difference.
Same car. That's lazy.
It is pretty lazy.
It's lazy. That's the same car. Red Bull, I love you. You're my favorite team. Win
Hang
this
on.
championship, Max.
Oh wait.
Huh.
Wait a second. Oh
It's
wait, this is still the
same
2022.
car. Bro, it's the same car.
And they took away this sweet red stripe that I like. Look at this. I like this red stripe up at the front. That's pretty badass. But they took that off on the 2022 one. Or 2023.
C tier. I love the look of it. It's a great looking design.
I think what saves it is the bowl at the top, honestly. Like that's still though it's
iconic.
different, but it's cool looking. I don't know. I think
it's just lazy. I think it's an instant C.
I
It's
don't think we
the us.
For the same reasoning, like I put Ferrari at B just because it's always red, right?
Yeah.
Like
but at least it was different this year.
I'm thinking
Red
somewhere
Bull,
right here.
Red Bull was like, hey, you all want to see our new livery, and they just hit They literally just hit copy paste.
So, how much are we penalizing teams for not being new? Is it it seems like it's a pretty stiff fine.
I think it's
top C. I think here's what'll make me okay with this. Moving Haas down to D.
okay. Yeah, same. Well, because I thought, okay, Williams, it's a small change, but it looks great. Alpha, massive change, looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Aston changed the green a little bit, but the car just looks so much better.
Yeah.
Like, those are the easy three for me. Those look great.
The reason I don't want to put Red Bull so low is just say it is like, it's cool. I like in general they got it right last year, so this year is like it's not bad.
Yeah.
And I like it better than I like it better than the Fuck, I keep dropping the name on this one.
The Alpine.
The Alpine, I kind of like it better than the Alpine just because the pink isn't doing it for me. I think I like it better than the Mercedes because Mercedes is just all black. But I hear you on if they didn't change it. This is just the 2022 version. They don't deserve to be up in this top.
We can just put Red Bull in its own little category and just say.
Yeah, hang on. Let's change the name of this row.
It can literally just be like not classified or like.
Didn't try.
Just because it's it's like, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it's just like, come on.
Yeah, let's name it. Let's name it that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, hang on, I gotta.
Oh, and then
I fucked it up.
Oh, it's all just ruined. Everything's ruined. Now it's lowercase s tier.
Cut me some slack.
Oh boy.
AINT. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Literally. That's what the Red Bull... Pardon me. That is what the Red Bull literally is.
Yeah, I like that. I like creating its own tier for it. Do we still move it up above Haas? I think so. I think we move it above Haas. D is just bad.